This is streaming to Facebook and YouTube. Okay, through this program, through StreamYard. So now, are you guys watching me on Instagram?
Yes.
Okay, inviting you. Let's see.
1 second.
There is here.
Good.
How good evening, everyone. Yes, I got you. I see you on Instagram.
Okay, all good.
Now laptop on silent. Yes.
Okay, got it. And we listen through the phone, right? Better. Okay.
Yeah. So let us know, guys, if you can hear us, see us. In case we have any technical problems, let us know. And here we are, Gerardo, Gero, and Migle, Gero, and Migle, depending on the language. Tonight, talking about their career for us. They're coming next weekend to elSol Spring Edition in Warsaw in March, all in one venue. And yes, well, let's say each of you 1 minute. Tell us about your road of your career. Ladies first.
Please.
How did you start to dance?
Hello, everyone. First, who is joining? So my journey actually started in Lithuania, where I born in Kaunas. I started my dancing not from bachata and salsa. I started from hip hop. So in general, the background was hip hop. And later, after traveling a lot, I decided to try something new styles. So after some time, with my friend, we went to one studio in Lithuania. There are not so many studios in Lithuania, so we went in one of the most popular ones, Salsa Kaunas called. And yeah, I met my first teachers there. I started my journey of bachata and salsa there. I started both styles, and I fell in love. It was my friend. After 1 week, she was like, "Okay, I have to go," and I was like, "Okay, you go. I cannot go away from this style. It's like this is something that is mine." So it was like first sight love for sure.
I had the same coming from ballet. Was the same with salsa. And for you, Jero, you've always lived in the paradise of bachata. Bachata is now a national dance in Spain.
Well, yeah, the paradise is Spain, but I'm from Ibiza. That is a little island, so we are a little bit isolated from all what's happening in the mainland. So when I started dancing, it was with 13. Until then, I was just playing football like everybody in Spain.
Okay.
Then I went to a summer school, and in that summer school, I had my first contact with music and art and dancing and everything. And I started dancing flamenco. Fell in love with the style, with the passion and everything, and I loved it. And then from flamenco, I moved to ballet. I tried jazz, I tried hip hop, I tried many different styles until I became 18. And then on that age, I started dancing salsa and then bachata. And from that time, I fall in love with it. I started traveling to congresses very often. I was trying to go to Madrid as soon as I could to get the best classes ever and everything. So that was how I started.
And how did you meet?
We met in an event in London that Marco created together with Angela and Julian, London Sensual Days. So they invite us to teach together because for that time we didn't have like recognized couples inside the Sentia. So Marco was inviting 3 guys, 3 girls, and we were teaching with all of them mixed. So I teach one class with Ana Navarro, I teach one class with Migle, but when I taught with Migle, I was like, okay, that's something.
Actually, sorry for disturbing that. When we thought for the first time, our partnership or our dancing together was like so impossible. We knew that, okay, there is a connection. There is like, we love how we teach together, but it's something it's completely impossible to do because Gero was dancing with his partner. I had at that moment also partner. It was like, okay, it's something that it's so wonderful, but it's not going to happen.
Okay, so you were already thinking of dancing professionally, not just for.
I mean, we were not talking about it, but we had this mind, I'm sure, in the head.
Yeah, we both felt the connection, but we were like, okay, it's beautiful, but it is what it is. We have go in our roads and everything. And then we had our second event was actually in Poland, the one that you invited us with
Yes.
Marco also.
You were both there?
Yes,
we were both
there. This was our second time meeting. Also, second what happened with the balloons?
Oh my God! We're celebrating.
It was our second event together, and yeah, Marco told me, okay, you're gonna teach all the classes with Migle, no mixing this time, because he knew that I like to teach with her, to dance with her, and everything. And yeah, we danced a lot that weekend, and yeah, we started thinking about it a little bit more seriously, and we said, okay, we have to do something.
And also, actually, the video that we have with Grupo Esencia in this event, everybody was writing me after, like, guys, something is here, something will coming soon, right? Like, we feel it. They were right.
Can I ask you a private question? You can always just refuse to answer.
How private?
Were or are a couple as well in private life, aside from dance?
Now we are a couple. Yes.
Now you're a couple. Okay.
Actually, everything started first professionally. We started like a dance couple. Later, we start with a relationship.
Okay. Is that a better way? Which way? Because people do.
Who knows whose better way is like. Sometimes it's you start this way, it works. It's not work. I mean, it's very very different all the time.
The situation is different. Yeah.
Do you fight?
Yes.
A lot.
Okay.
A lot.
What do you
can
fight
see in
about?
the videos is the beautiful part, only the beautiful part.
But I also think that good results, it also can come with a little bit of fighting.
Yeah.
I mean,
if you are okay with everything, then there's nothing new, nothing good happening, nothing spicy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you solve your conflicts?
I go to play padel.
This is the question that we do not have yet.
Okay.
the answer that we know, yeah. No, I mean, it's a lot of patience to know each other, to breathe, trying to keep going, because we know that what we want to do, we know what we can do also, but sometimes we don't agree, and that's it. So it's a matter of time and to find the middle point to continue to keep going.
Because in the end, our goal is the same. So it drives us to the same direction anyway, and we know that.
So do you fight about your vision for dance, or do you fight about the dishes at home, or
I don't know. I would
more
say that
professional or private?
The dancing and rehearsals is the one that creates the most not comfortable situations, I would say.
I mean, we with Gero, we have in dancing, I think we have very similar style, we have very similar taste, but we both started as individual dancers. So we have this point of view about musicality sometimes. In general, is very similar, but we have like some mini details that he see this way, I see this way, and we're like, okay, how we can do it, that put it together. And it's not always easy to put it together. So it's like this kind of things. It's a little bit complicated.
Okay,
but so we always find the way. So till this point, till this time, everything was good, with the good results after.
Oh, fantastic. You guys are also one of the most popular couples now. This is, I think, like a very good moment in your career. So I would like to ask you, what are your plans for the future? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Maybe in 2, 10? Do you make plans?
Yeah, I mean, we're planning already 2025. We have to. The demand is quite high right now, and we are almost fully booked in 2025 already. So yeah, we have to plan. But I think we both have same also vision about working, dancing, and everything. That we love what we do. We know that this is our passion, but also we want to enjoy our time with our family, with our friends, with ourselves also. So we are planning. We are getting us a little bit of a space for the next years. So 2024, we have 1 weekend off every, let's say, 2 months, and then we have the summer holidays, and then we have the 2025 1 weekend off every month.
And that's true that we were trying like work first when we met like nonstop, and we really noticed that to give 1 week for us, it gives so much for our dancing and working after. So we were like, okay, it's worth it. Let's do it. Let's give a little bit time for everything.
That's smart. That's smart. Do you have any dream projects that you would like to do?
I would say that all the projects that we are thinking are happening. So yeah, we still have some ideas that I don't want to share. I don't want to expose.
Something coming soon always.
But yeah, but all the things that we wanted to do are happening already. Our website is working very well. We made our brand with the caps, with the t-shirts, the tops, and everything, and it's working very well too. The teams are crazy all over the world. It's working very well. Our classes are packed in Madrid. Events and the calendar is full. So right now, all what's happening, it's like, wow, we feel so grateful about what is happening to us because people
it sounds like everything just comes to you so easily. The way you talk about it,
there's a bunch of work behind. It's not that easy, but it's happening.
I'm trying to get some meat out of you. If you could tell me more about this, but let me read the comments first. You have a lot of fans around the world. They're moving to Hawaii.
Hi to Christian and Gabriela, that I saw them there.
Yeah. Has venido a Brazil, so you're wanted in Hawaii and Brazil. My favorite. My favorite bachata dancers, love you both. Saludos desde Argentina. Los espero ansioso cuando estén por aquí. Me encanta su flow en cada video. So, a lot of love for Gero Migle. And here we have Zeno from Paris, also on Facebook. Okay, so tell us, how many times have you been to Poland already?
A few. I would say that only last year we've been like 3, something like this.
Like 3, 4, I think, in general.
No, more. From the first year, probably 5.
Okay, that's a lot. So what's your experience of the Polish community?
It's my favorite country after Spain.
We always say people's questions about it's always about how you like to dance, where you like to dance. So the answer to this is Spain, and for me it's always Poland. The level and the people in the classes, how they listen, how they want to learn is amazing. It's something that
we always have the pressure to bring something like high quality to Poland. When we're gonna teach there, it's like, okay, the workshop here have to be something epic, something that people will like it, something with high level, because people there is ready to get this information too.
Yes, I hear that a lot. I guess the Polish instructors are doing a fantastic job, and the community is huge, and it's very, very young, very alive. So that's also impressive how it has grown. I'm actually going to do next year an event dedicated only to bachata, elSol Bachata Festival, in April. So to respond, to the community's needs. We have here again some comments. Greetings from France. Love you guys. I hope I read the flag well. Okay, so tell me something, or tell the community some obstacle that you had to overcome, something that was hard and you solved it, or it's taught you a lesson.
Something
less pink.
Okay, what first comes to my mind? I think that the obstacle that we already solved, I think, is about vacations time, what I already mentioned. Because in the beginning of our work, we were so excited and we're like, oh my God, everything is working, and we have already so much people who support us from very, very beginning. So we're like, okay, let's take everything, let's go everywhere. And in the end, you really understand that, okay, you have to use this time that people are supporting, that people are motivating you, but at the same time, don't forget yourself and let a little bit to breathe and to charge, and then you will really can give 100% for the people. So I think from these years, we a little bit like understood this very.
I would say the same, not only about the events, also about the weekly schedule. The time. The time is the thing that we are struggling the most, because at the end, when you love what you do, when you love your work, it's very easy to be workaholic, to get addicted to this. And sometimes I realize that I've been working on website, editing videos or some things like that during the whole day, and I was like looking behind, I was like, oh, I was the whole day working and I didn't even realize. So I'm working even like 3 times more than when I was not with this partnership. But I'm so happy about what we're creating. But it's true that right now we try to respect more, as Migle said, ourselves, and give these break times to play sports, to hang out with friends, to do other stuff that it's not all the time like connected to the work.
Yeah, because it's true that
It's
till
healthy.
this point we did everything by ourselves. We didn't thought about any help, because we have our taste, and we're like very, oh, I don't know if we can trust someone, because we have very like, I don't know how to say, like
we like to do our things in our way. So it's so hard for me. For example, I'm very picky with editing videos. For example, I won't let anyone else edit my videos, because it's my personal touch and I want it to be there because it's my work. It's also my image. So with this, also with the contact with the organizers, we want to contact ourselves with the organizers. We don't want to lose this, I know that there is a lot of managers there and I know that they're doing a great job, but in our way of working, it's like
we like to get know the people. We
want to have the contact with them.
Yeah,
I respect that a lot as an organizer, because another compromise is when you speak to the artist first and then they said, okay, then just finalize the details with manager. That also goes. But sometimes I've had relationships with the top names where you wouldn't even speak to them, only through manager. And then the truth is that you don't have a relationship. You don't have a working relationship with the artist. And I think it's a pity, because you don't know who you're working with, and then you're also not giving the heart that you could be giving.
It's true that I think it's quite hard to also, if the top names have very like a lot of things to do, it's so hard to keep everything on, because we have these thoughts. I cannot tell that we don't have, because when it's too much, it's like you would like to give some work for somebody else, but this thing we like to have this touch with organizers by ourselves. That's true. That is also a very good thing.
And sometimes I'm trying to imagine this, I also have to be organized or organizing events, but I think that reserving dates is probably the least of difficult things. There are probably a lot more other difficult things, like planning, classes, editing videos, right? Running the social media, because to mark a date in the calendar is if you have a pen and a calendar, right, or an iCal, it's not that hard. But I guess the other stuff is harder.
Yeah. The thing is that when you have a lot of things going on in your head, you can start forgetting things, and you have a conversation with the organizer, and in between you have to mount your choreo and your classes, and then you forget to respond, and then this message is not responded. So it's not about how hard it is; it's about you have to just pay attention to it. So when it's just one more task on top of another 20 tasks, the other 19 are also like not feeling the same easy to do, as many as much things you have to do as words you get in all of them, so it's
so what are the most exotic places that you have been to?
We have one,
2, 3. Hawaii. we have it clear this one we have it clear.
Yeah, we've been in 2023 or right now. I know. In 2022. And we fall in love, and it's true that we were not only working, we had a lot of time for hiking, for vacation stuff, so it was wow.
Hawaii. Our friends Blue, Chapitara take care very well of us, and we enjoyed a lot of the island, and it was beautiful.
Also I would say Reunion was also very similar vibe with Santina. I don't know, like we actually
United States, I like
where we go,
Canada. Yeah, we try to enjoy every place. Yes. Like in Coast, we also have very, very good moments, and there were a lot of places. Very beautiful.
Everywhere where we go, we find the activities that we make that trip with memories. We are active actually in this. If we go somewhere,
Sometimes.
well, if we're not too dead, we like to do escape rooms, or I don't know, to find these activities to make the trip, to make it
You will remember.
memories in the trip. Yes.
So, how does your normal day in a week look like? Do you have any time for relaxation, cinema, or do you just work, teach? How does it look?
So actually,
Let's
right
say
now
a
we have like
Tuesday.
we live separate, so we have different schedules. We meet in
Mhm.
some points for rehearsal, for like our classes, for watching for watch a TV show that we see together, and everything. So, but we have our schedule a little bit like separate, as I told you, to like
Okay.
have this break time and breathing. So, for example, Monday for both of us is like Monday is like my Sunday. Like I don't work, I
Yes,
don't
I can
do
imagine you
nothing.
land, you sleep
Exactly.
after weekend.
I
Mhm.
chill, I play music at home, I stay, I don't know, whatever I want to do,
Mhm.
like just more relaxed. And Migle, I think you have classes, no, Monday?
Yeah, I have classes, but nothing with bachata salsa, nothing with Latin. I do hip hop, and I try to do heels. I'm struggling a lot, but I'm trying to. I mean, for me,
You
dancing is
mean
something that
you
sometimes,
take classes, you go to study,
yes,
or you teach? You
yes,
take classes. Okay.
I take classes. Yes.
Mhm.
So yeah, dancing sometimes is also recharging me when it's not the same, you know.
Mhm.
So not the same style. And
Mhm.
I'm not teaching, I'm learning. So I like sometimes to put myself in the student position and to charge myself like this. But it's true that I have my free time to read, to watch whatever I want. It's right now I think we have enough free time to breathe and to charge in this way.
Okay. What are the things that you like to do, like people don't know about? I don't know. Like
I don't know if
someone
they
has
know,
a
maybe.
rat at home, or I don't know.
What I like to do at home, I have like different hobbies. I think the most addictive one that I have is playing paddle. I don't know if you know this sport.
Playing
It's
what?
very popular right now in paddle tennis, paddle
Ah, okay. Okay.
sport. I'm playing like quite often, like 1-2 matches per week.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to play music too.
Okay. What instrument?
I'm so bad in both of them, but I'm trying to learn piano and guitar.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Nice.
And for
And
me,
for
I like a
yeah.
lot. Oh, sorry,
Go
sorry.
ahead. Go ahead.
For
Speak.
me, I like reading a lot. Right now, I'm a little bit more into all the psychologist
Mm-hmm.
books that I always, when I was little, I always wanted to study psychology. But because of my exams, I turned to journalism, and I was like, okay, it's something that it's still there and I want to know about
Mm-hmm.
more. So yes, when I have free time, I do this. And also I love, how to say table games, not in English,
Board
how,
games.
board games. I
Board
love
games.
board games. If I can
Okay.
have evening with friends and then a little bit to chill like that, I love these evenings.
Right before this video, we were playing with Miguel and Susire here in the hotel.
Ah, okay. That's
We're
cute.
in one of it right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Say hi to them. Um, yeah, that's really nice. Let me read some comments. You guys have fans in like very exotic places. Costa Rica. Saludos desde Costa Rica.
Sorry.
Yeah, le quiero muchísimo. Yeah, just a lot of love. Okay. Greetings
That's
from
good.
Montreal. Saw you both on Bachatas Night Montreal. Mhm. Son los mejores. Gero Migle. Pronto lo veo en Argentina, lo veo en Perú.
Yeah, Argentina and Peru, South America. First time that we've been there was Brazil. Now we go to Peru, Argentina. We're
Mhm.
so excited about going to South America because we feel a lot of support from there, but we didn't have the chance yet to go together teaching there. I was in Chile also, but I was alone. But together, I'm gonna be after Brazil, first time in Peru, Argentina.
Nice. I'm going to ask you about Latin America in a second, but I have here a comment on Facebook. The target tasks you guys have are being or have been prioritized according to the location events you will visit or according to your own wants and the program you schedule for the year. Is this a question about the events that they pick? Why do you pick certain events? Is that, do you
The truth is that
understand?
the truth is that 2022, 2023, and even part or most of 2024 was like the first who asked for the date, it was the one we were going. Like if we have the date available, we save it and everything. We are not working the same way for 2025.
Five.
No, 2024 already we did in half of the year in 2025.
Okay.
So right now for 2025, what we're doing is to listen all the offers that we have during the month, and then we leave 1 weekend off. So we imagine that in 1 month we have 8 or 9 events to choose. So we choose the best 3-4 events that we can go there.
And
in terms of distance, for example, if we have to go so far for a weekend, it doesn't worth it. If we are going to a place that we don't know and we want to visit, maybe it's worth it for us. If in one location we do 4 or 5 workshops, for that worth it more than if we only do 2 workshops, you know? So it depends on all this stuff.
Okay. Migle, you were saying something?
No. I wanted to say what Gero was saying.
Okay. We have saludos from Greece. Which part of the world you live? You live in Madrid, right?
Yes.
Madrid, Spain. Yeah. Okay, it's amazing that the bachata market is so big that after 2 years dancing together, you're already picking weekends. You know, organizers are going to compete for your time, and it's not only you on the market. You know, there are also so many other couples. It's insane.
It's really insane. And we actually, when we started, we know that we have this connection and we feel that it's products for each other, but we didn't expect that everything will explode like this. And we were like, oh, it's work. This is working. Everything is working. How is possible? We were like, we understood that we are lucky for this, but at the same time, it was like the mind couldn't understand how it can be so fast.
Are you still connected to Grupo Esencia?
Yes. We still connected, but it's true that with this calendar that tight, it's so hard to find dates to do something together. So now when we coincide with Marco and Sara, with Miguel and Sunsire and everything, we try to do something together, but it's not a date that we say for Grupo Esencia. It's something that it just happen, you know. They bring us the 3 couples there, and then we do something, or it's harder to coincide, you know.
But we are always enjoying so much to be with them, to share with them, because it's also the event, the quality of the event and everything for us is also very important with who we are sharing. And normally we find the people with who we are sharing and we enjoy the same way, but when we have our family there, it's like it's so different.
It's another thing that I didn't say before. Not only the amount of workshops or not only how far is it, it's also very important who is going there. If we have friends there, for us that weekend is already like not only work, it's also sharing with our friends, so it make it worth a lot.
So how would you define your uniqueness or your essence? Because you know there are, I don't know, let's say 10 top couples, right, from Spain, and then everyone has to have something a little bit different. So how would you describe your essence?
I think that first thing that what is very maybe attractive for the people, that we always have to share something new. We put something new on the table, like we want to say, and we always trying to work on it. Like we know that people are expecting this, and we love this part of the bachata to its lead follow technique, to find new stuff, to find something new. So we love this. And also I think that we both came from different backgrounds. So we dance central bachata, yes, but we put some moves from hip hop, we put some moves from, I think we have like spice of other styles. So I think for the people is quite attractive also.
Okay.
And also what we hear all the time from the people is the connection that we have. Like I think that if right now we would separate it and we would dance with other people, it would never be the same. The people would want Gero Migle, and this is how it is. Yeah.
So how do you manage to teach effectively in a congress? Because in a congress it's hard to teach technique, right? So how do you compromise there?
Normally, what we do is first we read if there is a specific level that the organizer wants us to teach, because sometimes they put like for beginner, for intermediate, for advanced. So we try to adapt what we think is gonna be beginner. Or then, of course, during the class, we still paying attention, because sometimes what we prepare is not suiting with the level that we find in the class. But what is working the better for us is to do something progressive, that we bring at the beginning of the routine something that everybody can reach, and then something a little bit more challenging at the end that maybe 80% of the people cannot do on during the hour of the class, but it's a challenge that they will have to practice to do it. So it's good for the advanced dancers always to have this challenge at the end. So we want to bring something for everyone, like the challenge for the advanced.
If they have the patience to go through the whole class, to
No,
wait
no,
for
that's
the
why
end.
that's why the beginning it's easy to make you feel comfortable to
Yeah.
this one I can do, this one I can lead, this is interesting, but it's still like easy. Then in the ending we try to challenge them, like, okay, try this one.
So how do you so let's say you have intermediate or advanced class in the program, and then you see that if the levels is very high, it's no problem, right? You just make something more difficult or do 3 turns, and if it's but if you see that people are not getting it, are you like more, okay, this is supposed to be advanced class, so I'm sorry, we're going to proceed, or do you lower the level to the group?
If it says in the schedule that is advanced class, we can go lower but not too low, because the organizer contact us to do advanced class. So we have to do what they want us to do. So we try to follow the contract, let's say like this. But it's true that we try to give them other ways, or we make it a little bit short and then we practice more, or we just start with the transfer of the weights, like what is under the nice effect that we are trying to teach. There is always the basic way to do it. There is always a lower level to do the same movement. So we make it slower. We only think about the transfer of the weight or things like this to make it easier for the people.
Okay. What's the best way for a bachatero who already thinks they're advanced? What's the best way to grow?
I mean, there are different ways and different advanced dancers because advanced dancers, but they still being like students. I would say that maybe taking classes with another teachers, maybe that they will give another point of view, like trying to not only watch bachata, try to look for other movements in other styles, try to bring this to bachata, try to I don't know, like privates. It's working a lot to see the point of view of another dancer that you like. Is giving you a lot of information about, okay, so this is how I can grow my dancing.
I think it's always very important to have this mindset that I know what I like and what I don't like. I know from who I want to learn, and then once you have it clear, you just try to stick with them, try to get all the information that you can, be hungry about it, and of course, maybe I would not suggest to choose one teacher and stick with him like all the time.
Forever,
but maybe if you can find what you like, style is different, but the methodology or whatever you like, musicality, you can take very different things from each artist. So I think it's helping a lot.
I have one more question for Migle. When you were taking the decision to move, right, from Lithuania to Spain, like if you could talk about your emotions around this, because I know that a lot of girls from here, Central Eastern Europe, is everyone's dream to move and dance in Spain. How did you manage to like take the decision, take the step? How was the beginning of life in Spain, finding friends, and if you could tell us.
Actually, I always, when I was studying, I always knew that I wanted to live at least 2 years somewhere abroad. When I started with the partner work, I was like, okay, this idea is getting closer. And then when I met Gero, I was like, okay, this is the time for me to really go. And I was not even thinking a lot. Like I felt this moment with the flow. Actually, I was studying journalism, so I had responsibilities in Lithuania. And also I have a lovely family there, and it's not and it's not so easy. But it's true that I was not thinking. I was like, click, okay, this is the moment. I went there, and that's true that in that moment when I was there, I was enjoying a lot because there were people that gave me this, like, I was welcome. I felt that they're very supportive, they're kind with me, they giving me a possibility to grow what it was my goal, to grow and to take classes and to grow in this way in dancing part. So I felt a lot of motivation there. But my struggle was, I think, with the language a lot, because in Spain nobody speaks in English, and I was expecting that, okay, maybe they don't speak so well, but they speak. And when I came, they didn't speak really. So I was like, okay, I need to learn Spanish, and I still learning. I don't speak Spanish well.
Pretty good at it.
No. So I have classes and everything I had to do in Spanish. I was like, okay, oh my god, this is too much. Right now when I see it, like the past, I would say that I was stressful, and I was in the beginning a little bit feeling maybe like not so safe, because in the end it's not my country. I don't know nothing. In Lithuania we have like super small country that you know everything, you know everybody. So I felt like, okay, this is something new, I have to get used to it. But it's true that you get used to it, really. It's time question, and also it's really pushing you to grow like a person and like a dancer also. If you go to Spain, if you go somewhere where the world and the level is like this, it's only pushing you forward. So I think for all the girls that really have this, okay, I want it so much, I have this goal, but I'm afraid, I always say go to the fair, because maybe you will feel that, okay, it's so difficult for me and I feel this tension, but in the end, it's only good results always.
I like the sentence "go to the fear." I think it's a nice
It's worth
quote.
it. It's worth it in the end.
Uh, would you say that Lithuania is more of Slavic or Nordic culture? What's your experience? Is it more
Oh,
like, Poland, Ukraine, or is it more like Scandinavia?
yeah, I would say that maybe more Slavic. I don't know. I mean, in some points, it has everything, you know. I think it's a mix in the end. But Lithuania, I love it in the way it is. Like maybe people, when they come to Lithuania, they say, "Oh, the people are so cold." But for me, it's something that they are real. You know, in the end, maybe okay, we are cold sometimes, but we are like we are, and we are not
Yeah.
lying.
Yes, exactly. I mean, Polish people, we have a reputation of like, a little bit maybe less crazy than Russians, but also different from Germany, from our neighbors. And it's also a very specific culture. Like we don't say hi, how are you, how's your weather, how's your family. We say, hey, I need this.
It's true that when I go to Poland or in these kind of countries, I feel like home, because people are. I feel like, okay, we understand each other.
So yeah, well, thank you guys for your time. Would you like to add any message to the community? Maybe something to inspire the new upcoming couples that are working hard too, and they have the dreams that you had.
So what I would recommend is to work hard, to study a lot, to try to find the perfect couple. I was 10 years in the industry, and when I find Migle, it was like boom, the perfect match happened. And this is very important. Work on your partnership, work on your brand. Try to find yourself and do what you are. Show what you are to the people. Be yourself and try to bring something different. That's what I
And
would say.
exactly, it's the perfect word for the ending. I would definitely agree with everything. And also, it's true that right now the bachata world is growing, and also there are a lot of great upcoming growing artists that are right now. And it's true that some of them are so good, but they're not visible. And actually, we have so many new couples that we love, and we have this one that they would grow. And actually, it's true that they are growing, and we don't have to even say like anything, because they are so naturally growing up. And I think when exactly what Gero told, when you find this perfect match and perfect half for you, you don't have to force it. You don't have to force it, because everything is coming so with the flow, and of course with the work also, but you don't have to force it.
That's beautiful. Best things come when you don't force them. Yes, I have to take that note. Thank you, guys. Can't wait to see you next weekend at the Warsaw elSol Spring Edition, all-in-one venue in a hotel, Salsa Bachata. Join us. Any last minutes deciders, join us for the parties. You just can go to the website elsolspring.pl, and Gero Migle will be there.
Yes.
See
Thank
you
you so much.
there. We will dance with everybody, and we can't wait, because we always have the best nights in Poland. We are sure that we will have great time.
See you guys.
Thank you, guys. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Bye-bye. I'm disconnecting now. Thank you, everyone, for listening and commenting.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.
Okay, ending.